here. I'm going to try to see here what's going on with the system. This is dealing with the logistics system. Looking in here really quick of what's going on here. Gonna see if this even writes. So like logistics 103. So good, we've got that. Now the question is what are we gonna come up with? Because what I'm presenting is I'm talking about the Legends game in Elder Scrolls, and when we look into the system, what I'm talking about is over like having two sides, the two sides working. For some odd reason, this is barely working now. So like what we have to do is we have to come together to make a connection. This is not going to last for very long. Hopefully I can explain this kind of in a nutshell of what we kind of need to do. We need to get the screens working together where they connect up. So what I'm thinking is a real quick thing, like on a circle that you might see on your screen for your device, such as a circular device, like just pressing on the button. There's two buttons for Legends. It's one is in going into Google Play and pressing the button, and also on other devices it's a little circle that you see. You click on the button, goes into the little screen, and then you can press that. However, the Legends game is having problems because we're seeing more of a loading bar issue inside of Google for example. We need all of the tools to be working properly, and it's not known if too many tools are actually open, or if we don't have the correct things to connect up to where, like on my side, if I see the button, or if I'm communicated to on what's needed to go into to program the sides to where we see the connection. You see what I'm saying? Like we need both sides to work. I need you to be able to work on your side to where you bring in a connection to where I can send the connection back, and we can communicate. It's hard these days, and it's not hard to chat at all on a device. Now this is the problem that I'm seeing, that unauthorized users are actually going into the system that shouldn't be, and they're actually getting booted out just by what I've been seeing, and by what you guys will see in here in the screen. So that's pretty much it on that end. Now stop screen recording. There we go. So what I'm gonna do here, right here, because this is a makeshift thing here, really quick, of what I'm talking about here. Okay, so we have the two screens for ESO. Example, there's two screens for ESO. ESO is part of online and offline gaming systems, and this is a great thing. So if you don't know what online or the difference between offline, the what's online, I'll just use this as where it says basically like an on-off switch. So we off line. Well, like with offline, you're like, well, I'm off the line. I'm offline. I'm not online. Online. Wow, that's a small line. Sure is. Okay, so we have two different sets of systems, and in logistics we need to be able to log into the system, like you see right here, the where it says Chrome Tools. That's a place where some places have the where you can log into the system. Some sites don't require you to log in, and that's okay in some form, as long as the system is working properly. That's my concern, that we're not having the proper connections, where the connections are stably staying connected. A device cannot fully be online all the time. Like a device in of itself cannot be plugged in all the time, because it'll burn up the chips and burn up all the components on the inside if the device is connected to a power outlet, for example. What I'm explaining with the need to start becoming connected both to offline and online is we need what's called a router. And so I'm gonna write in here the word router. This is gonna be great for the for you guys to be able to log in and then have a sound running system when you get in. This is a good study for Elder Scrolls. Looking into Legends. Legends is one of the only true games that we see a picture when we play the game. When you see it on the screen, you know the game is online. This is going further to where we're going to be releasing Skyblivion in 2025. This is the early stages of having a connection for things like Skyblivion. We need Elder Scrolls Online to actually function properly. And there's only two sets of systems of what I'm talking about. One is Necrom, and then one is High Isle. So I'm just using those two specific games as an example, so ESO can properly run in the future. So what I'm talking about with the connection, we have to have three basic connections to where we have our devices to where we can run. Over on PC, Elder Scrolls Online runs. Over on Macintosh, Elder Scrolls Online runs. The ones that don't completely run with ESO are the iPads, the iPhones, the Androids, the smaller devices, like some call them antennas. What we have to do is we have to build a connection, and what I'm talking about is a connection wall. When we have two screens. Now what I'm talking about with Google Play is there's two screens that are there. Now, some people they just click on the. I'm just gonna use this for example here. There's right in here in Chromebook, for example, is this is the button to where finding which apps are in the computer. Okay, so Google Play is on another in another place to where you Google Play is set. It's a set thing. However, the loading bar keeps on loading. The connections are not stable, and so I'm having to go further into the logistics system, the theories on what actually connects both the offline and the online. It's essentially the router that is the connection point for both offline and online. When you think of a power outlet, when you're plugging your device in to charge your device in a power outlet, doesn't matter if you have an online device or an offline device. The offline use, you have to have a power outlet, and the only stable device that we can use is a router, to where we can route the information, whether it be offline or online. Most of the time, what a router is used for is basic online usage, for where we can tell the time, we can transmit information properly. Now, on offline, you can write messages, but you cannot read the message while you're offline. There are people who are online who can go into devices, but if your device is offline, another user cannot see the information that you're writing. The true thing of what's available is the online devices. While you're offline, while you might be typing information on your device, no one on earth can actually go in and actually see what's going on in your device, because you're not actually connected to the web. You have to be connected online in order for another user to actually see inside of your device. The problem with people that have been intruding going into computers is they're using the satellites to look up from the sky down on an online device, and they're like, yeah, we can see what you're writing, but that's an invasion of privacy. And what I'm talking about with the need for the router to not go into is so both the offline device and the online devices, the online devices and the offline devices, so they can work. A router has to function. If we have the routers keep on like intermittently being shut off, we are going to be in some big problems, because what we're going to have to use the substitute resources that are available naturally, that sometimes that won't work. There's only limited amounts of energy that can be used throughout the day. And we're talking about like natural resources. Sunlight is a perfect example of being able to build energy, but there's only a limited amount of sunlight that goes within a time span of a day. Most of the time with sunlight is going, we have 12 hours of sunlight, and then there's 12 hours of darkness. That's kind of the basic thing of day-to-day things that are going on between offline and online usage within Elder Scrolls. And so we're going to have kind of an understanding of what the two buttons actually are when we're trying to actually connect up with each other. There has to be signals. And so this is another form for what's called a signal. The signal is going out to the like where it's sending and receiving information. The online device is sending information to the offline device, so the offline device can become an online device. And where we can actually connect and we can actually be online. And so my suggestion is for those of you that like to go on multiple sites, I'm just suggesting to not go on multiple sites. Not sometimes you have to go on a couple of sites, but you should not go on multiple sites. You should not go on over 100 websites to try to do something. That won't work. Really, honestly, you go in there to just like one major site, and that should be good enough. But for some people, not good enough, and that's kind of a misunderstanding. So, in order for us to get Elder Scrolls Online completely connected, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about here, where this will make the company whole, to where we can become Elder Scrolls Online.